Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, as-salatu was-salamu ala khatimin nabiyyin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in, amma ba'd, fa'auzu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Qala Allahu ta'ala fi Surah Al-Maeda, يا أيها الذين آمنوا إنما الخمر والميسير والأنصاب والأزلام رجس من عمل الشيطان فاجتنبوه لعلكم تفلحون. Translation: Believers, intoxicants, games of chance, idolatrous sacrifice at altars, and divining errors are the abominations, the handiwork of Satan. So turn wholly away from it that you may attain to true success. There has been commandments in Quran about the alcohol and about gambling, but here ansab is added and azlam is added. Ansab means that going to the idols and sacrificing at altars, and azlam is a form of gambling that Arabs used to do, that they used to throw arrows and did the gambling on these arrows. These all things are mentioned as the handiwork of Satan, so they are completely haram. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned that if somebody wants to get the falah or true success, they must avoid these things. In the next ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إنما يريد الشيطان أن يوقع بينكم العداوة والبغضاء في الخمر والميسر ويصدكم عن ذكر الله وعن الصلاة فهل أنتم منتهون. Translation: By intoxicants and games of chance, Satan only desires to create enmity and hatred among you and to turn you away from the remembrance of Allah and from prayer. Will you then desist? It is important to understand how come the gambling and alcohol are mentioned together in this ayah, and they are similar. It is obvious for alcohol that once a man is intoxicated, he does not have his senses in place, and he may fight and say and do things that he would never do while not intoxicated, and his behavior like this will cause hatred and enmity among people. Similarly, when a person is gambling and he's losing and losing and losing and seeing that the other person is winning and winning and winning, he will lose his temper and he will do things that he would never do while in his normal senses, and this will also cause hatred and enmity among people. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has grouped these two things together in this ayah. The Satan wants this hatred and enmity, and also he wants that the Muslims and believers stay away from the remembrance of Allah and stay away from Salah. This is very easily understood that if someone is intoxicated, he would never remember the time of Salah and will leave Salah. Similarly, someone who is gambling will lose the sense of time and will be involved in gambling so much that he will forget remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and will forget Salah. Same thing happens in games like chess and the cards, that people will leave Salah and remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In the end of the ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala uses strong words and says that will you leave them now or not? This has a background because these commandments have come before. Firstly, in ayah number 219, Surah Baqarah, in both are great sins and may have little benefit for the people, but the sins are greater than the benefit. So here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned that the gambling and alcohol has more harm than benefit. Secondly, in ayah number 43, Surah Nisa, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that when you are intoxicated, do not go near the salah. And today's ayah is the final commandment, that will you leave them or not? Meaning they are completely haram. Let's pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us true understanding of Quran. Ameen wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.